morning and welcome to City Wrap Ramadan. We're only days away from Eid, and to get you geared up for the big festival, we've got a special guest on today's show to help you plan an exciting getaway. We'll also be looking at how some of today's Islamic games and books have proven to both educate and entertain kids. And let's not forget our daily cooking lessons, also known as our Ramadan recipes. But let's face it, we know what's got you talking most this week is our massive prize package. We'll be telling you how you can take part in the competition later on the show, but for now we'll leave you with a preview of what's up for grabs. Its value is over 14,000 dirhams. You look your best with beauty products and perfumes from Oon, Paris Gallery, Angel Schlesser, Mandarina Duck, Revlon and Rimmel. You'll also get a chance to feel incredible with vouchers from Man8 Spa and the Palace downtown Dubai, plus a 3-month membership at Fitness First. You'll dine at Savelle's and pick up a gourmet platter of dates from Batil. A link will lend you a helping hand with personalized service. There'll be gifts as well with vouchers for Katakit, high-end fashion for kids. All this plus one incredible grand prize, a one-night stay at the Address Hotel Dubai Mall. Now, last year they were in our studio talking about the Ramadan calendar, a novel and interesting way to introduce children to the holy month. A year on, Hilalful.com is back with much more, finding exciting and creative ways to engage young children and teach about their festivals, culture and traditions. Priyanka Dutt has more.
In ancient times, the Musharati went door to door, waking people up before sunrise, reminding them to eat suhoor. Today, the role of the Musharati may be outdated, but his legacy lives on in these dolls. These are just a few items being sold at the online store Hilalful.com. Very often we hear parents, especially those with young children, complain that old traditions and customs, especially traditions that they grew up with, are fast dying out in this globalizing world. For instance, the holy month of Ramadan is the most important month in the Islamic calendar, but very few children today actually know its true worth. Today, we profile a company that is set to change all that.
Started by 4 of us, the 4 partners, coming together and realizing how much there's nothing for our children to do in Ramadan and Eid. They're always bored. Even the small traditional things we used to do, like new clothes for Eid, ideas, all of these are being lost like year after year. And they want to celebrate everything else except like Eid and Ramadan. So we said we had to act. We took that mission on ourselves to basically revive the Islamic festivities and Islamic culture. And we started from Ramadan because it's the biggest season.
Lina Sali's house is an extension of this philosophy, from the festive colors and lights to special decorations symbolizing Islam's most important motifs, like the crescent moon. Not surprisingly, these were the first items to completely sell out.
The response was very excellent. Like, we had the Ramadan decorations and it was just like a testing number of decorations, and mashallah, people were looking for that. You know, they were so thirsty for that. You know, it was disappearing, alhamdulillah. Because people want to celebrate, they want to put up the decorations, the lanterns, the crescent for Ramadan, the light decorations, paper decorations, and there were not any in the market. So alhamdulillah, this year we came back with maybe 20 kinds of decorations, light decorations, and maybe 10 more paper decorations, party sets, exciting things.
And while these decorations go a long way in getting children excited about festivals, Hilalful's larger vision is to inculcate a love for one's religion and culture into the next generation. And what better way to reach children than this? Islamic versions of famous board games like Monopoly or Trivial Pursuit, or colorfully illustrated stories from the Holy Quran.
Usually, honestly, the Islamic books are dull, boring, you know, same color, green. I don't know why they choose green, and that's it. So we wanted colorful books, board games, educational materials, posters that are colorful, creative, and like they meet the minds of this generation. You know, it's not from last generation.
And so today, a mother's dream to pass on her traditions to her children has blossomed into an online store bringing together products from all across the world. And with Muslims of different nationalities and cultures living together in Dubai, Hilalful's products only help bring everyone together under a shared heritage.
Fascinating to see how Hilalful is making Ramadan fun and informative for children. Thanks, Priyanka. And speaking of things that are fun and informative, check out this week's Ramadan calendar. Time for a quick break. We'll be back to help you plan another quick break for Eid to some of the most exciting yet affordable getaways this summer. Stay right there. Welcome back. Now, as Ramadan comes to an end, many of you are surely counting down to one of the year's best holidays, Eid. And so, to help you figure out how to plan the best trip suited for your taste and budget, we've logged down Claire Sharrock, the managing editor from 7 Days. Welcome to the show, Claire.
Thanks for having me.
Now, Claire, recently you guys published a magazine talking about the best Eid getaways.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Well, I think it's it's a difficult thing to choose, isn't it? Because there's so many options living in Dubai. I mean, we're in the middle of so many great destinations, and everyone's going to have at least 3 days off. And if you sneak a day's leave in, you could maybe have a nice 5-day trip. And there's loads of great destinations that you can get to from here. So we thought we'd inspire people with a few ideas.
That's nice. It is definitely the best time to publish such a magazine. Now, for people who haven't begun planning, what advice do you have for them?
Well, first of all, you need to do it now quickly because we've only got a couple of days. But there are a lot of options, especially now we've got the budget airlines like Fly Dubai, who take you to a lot of destinations that previously might have felt out of reach. So get down your travel agent or get online and pick your destination and book it up.
It's about time people get
it
started.
It really is.
I
know it's lastminute.com here. We do like to leave stuff to the last minute, but still, you know.
Okay, talk to me about some of the best holiday destinations for families.
Families, there's a lot of great places you can get to. One that's probably you might not have thought of before is Phuket in Thailand, because Emirates now fly direct there, and so it's much more accessible than it was. You don't have to go via Bangkok and change. It's about 6.5 hours on the plane, and once you get there, there's tons for families. Great beaches, great food. It's not very expensive when you're there. Or you can take in something a bit more unusual, like one of the elephant conservation programs, and your kids will obviously love meeting the elephants, feeding the elephants, and taking an elephant ride through the forest. So that's one to look at for sure.
That's nice. I would look forward to the elephant conservation.
Absolutely, me too.
Now, when you're traveling with families, obviously you need a bigger budget. But what about couples like husband and wife? Where could they go?
Well, if you're not worrying about the budget too much, probably the best place that you can't beat for couples is the Maldives. And that's only a 3-hour flight from here. And since Fly Dubai started going there as well, it really has made it more accessible for a lot of people. Once you get there, I've been there twice, and I sort of feel like the minute you step onto one of the islands, the clock starts operating differently. You know, you immediately relax. All of the stresses of city life fall from your shoulders. It's very chilled, very romantic. But it is pricey, because once you're there, you're sort of a captive audience, if you know what I mean. You're on the island, so you have to pay the prices that they're charging. But if you can save up the extra dirhams, it's well worth a visit. With your loved one.
Okay, well, something to look forward to.
Absolutely.
What about people who are on a tight budget?
Watching their cash a bit more. One destination that is getting a lot of publicity at the moment, because they're really trying to get people to visit, and it's quite an undiscovered gem, is Georgia. It's one of the former Soviet states, and again, it's a short flight from here. It's got a very interesting and historic capital, Tbilisi, that's well worth exploring. But it's also got a real range of outdoor activities. It's got mountains, it's got hot springs. It's really quite an interesting place just to get out and enjoy the great outdoors. And of course, once you're there, that doesn't cost much.
Yeah, sure. Well, what's your personal pick? Where are you headed off to?
Well, I'm not headed off. having inspired everyone else, I'm sadly not, but I can't complain because I just returned from the UK. But if I was going, I'd probably pop to the Maldives, and that's something that we're so lucky to be able to say here in Dubai, that you can pop to the Maldives. It's one of the great paradises on earth, and it really is on our doorstep, so that's where I'd go.
Well, thank you so much for being with us and sharing these lovely ideas for getaways.
And Eid Mubarak to everyone. Enjoy wherever you go.
Exactly. All right, it's time for this week's final but enormous competition for City Wrap Ramadan. Before we reveal the question of the week, here's another quick reminder of what's up for grabs. You look your best with beauty products and perfumes from Oon, Paris Gallery, Angel Schlesser, Mandarina Duck, Revlon and Rimmel. You'll also get a chance to feel incredible with vouchers from Man-Aid Spa and the Palace downtown Dubai, plus a 3-month membership at Fitness First. You'll dine at Savelle's and pick up a gourmet platter of dates from Batil. A link will lend you a helping hand with personalized service. There'll be gifts as well with vouchers for Katakit, high-end fashion for kids. All this plus one incredible grand prize, a one-night stay at the Address Hotel Dubai Mall. Let me remind you that prize giveaway is worth 14,000 dirhams. Now, for your chance to take part in the competition, check out facebook.com/citywrap to answer our question of the week. How many Muslims are there around the world? A, 900 million, B, 3 billion, or C, 1.6 billion? Good luck to you all. We will be revealing the winner just after the Eid break, so make sure you stay tuned to our Facebook page to find out if you've won. Well, it's time for another quick break, but when we return, Chef Anu Pawar will be in our kitchen with another tantalizing dish. Welcome back. You're watching City Wrap Ramadan. And we're just about to start our Ramadan recipes with one of our favorite chefs, Chef Anu Pawar from the Address downtown Dubai. What are you making us today, Chef?
Today we're going to do a very fascinating dish. This is like my third show. So I've done a lamb, I've done a seafood. So I'm going to plan to do some vegetarian.
Okay.
This is a very, very, I would say healthy option because we are going to deep fry yogurt.
Deep fry yogurt?
Yes. This is sounds quite
Strange.
something very different. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some clarified butter.
Okay.
Okay. And then put some spices in it. It's basically some cumin powder.
Okay.
Some
And why are you putting it on a plate
fennel
like that?
powder. Yeah. What I'm going to do is, as we massage the lamb the other day, we're going to massage some spices here. So that what happens is when we mix the spices with the labne, this is basically nothing but a labne that we're going to deep fry.
Okay.
A hung curd or a labne.
Okay.
And then so that it gets mixed properly, and also now you can see you can start smelling the spices. You can start smelling the herbs. So once you, it basically this is a lukewarm ghee or clarified butter, so that the spices just lose its aroma in the clarified butter.
Okay.
So, and then when we about to mix it, it gets mixed nicely.
Okay.
So that's the reason.
All right.
And that's some chopped ginger,
Ginger.
some chopped green chilies.
Very
Again, you can
finely chopped. I
very
guess.
finely chopped because it's, again, as I said, this is very deep fried, so you don't want to get a whole piece of green chili in your mouth or any piece of ginger. Then we have some mint again to give some more flavor to the yogurt. Some coriander, a good amount of coriander. Again, it's nice and fresh herb, and some brown onion. Again, a yogurt is a very, very souring agent, as you know. It's a bit sour. Again, labne is a more souring as compared to your regular yogurt. So you need to add a element which is very, very sweet.
So that's when
That's
you
the brown
bring in
onion.
the onions.
Because
okay.
the onions get brown because of the natural sugar which is present in the onion, and that's a caramelization of the onion.
Oh.
Now you can see the mixture is ready.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is you're going to take the labne, which is available in any supermarket.
How much labne are you putting in there?
This is around 400 grams of labne.
Okay.
And what you now, this is a very important key, is that you don't rub it. You just need to mix it gently.
You kind of fold it?
Yes, you just need to fold it like you
Okay.
do it in a cake. When you fold in the flour in a whipped egg, this is just need to fold it so that, as you can see the spices. Now, if you would have added the spices directly raw, they would have become a lump and just stayed at one place.
Okay.
So that's the reason we did the initial mixing of the spices with the
Okay.
clarified butter.
And why shouldn't we just mix it? Why are you supposed
Again,
to
because what will
carefully fold
happen
it?
is, as I said, this is a hung yogurt. If you whisk it too long, it's going to become loose, and then it's going to take. It's going to be difficult for us to shapen it up again.
Okay.
So that's how it looks like, and then you have to rest this yogurt inside the chiller for at least 15 to 20 minutes.
15-20 minutes in the
Yes,
chiller?
yes, because as I said, when we massage the yogurt, it's going to lose its shape.
Oh, okay.
So
it's
just to
kinda-
tightening again, we need to lose it, keep it inside the chiller for some
All
time.
right. 15-20
And
minutes.
then this is how it looks like. It's nice and a bit firm still. So what you have to do is now, normally at home you have we face problems giving milk products to the kids. You know, they don't want, apart from ice cream.
Oh yes, dairy. No, no.
Yes. Apart from ice cream, they don't like anything, especially
Exactly.
yogurt, especially during the summer. So this is a very nice recipe. I would say it's a healthy junk food. Yeah.
Healthy junk. I like
Yeah.
the sound of that. Healthy junk. Where is this dish from?
This is again from the, it's a very contemporary Indian dish which has been, which has been grown over a period of time now. And
Okay.
then it's been served in many of the good restaurants, high-end Indian restaurants, as dahi kebab, which is the Hindi name for yogurt.
Dahi kebab.
Yes.
Okay.
Kebab means in Urdu, it's an
Kebab
Urdu
is
name.
kebab.
Yeah, kebab is the literal name of kebab comes from Urdu, which is kam ab, means less water. So any kebab that you have might be in Arabic cuisine or Indian cuisine, they are very less water, right? Like the shish tauk, shish kebab, there is no moisture that we add or no water that we add when you cook a kebab. That's the literal meaning of a kebab. Which
Oh,
is
that's interesting. That's a did you know fact. I didn't know.
can be the next contest for next season.
Yes.
So now you can see you can shape it in the shape of a croquette, might be in the shape of a round ball. The kids might love it, different shapes. And then we are going to crush it. This is not a bread crumb. This is
What is that?
semolina. Basically, it's a
Okay.
broken wheat. Again, as I said, it's a very healthy junk food. Junk food because again we are going to deep fry it. But just to share an experience, a deep frying any vegetable or any chicken consumes less oil as compared to shallow frying. Because shallow frying,
Oh.
the meats or any protein absorbs the oil for a longer time.
Okay.
And whereas for a
so
deep
normally
frying,
we get it wrong. We think okay.
yeah,
the
because you
lesser
see
the
the
oil,
amount of
healthy.
oil that is
That's a
there,
lot
we
of
think
oil.
it's going to drink the oil. But if you fry it at the right temperature, nothing is going to happen to your chicken or.
We've got about 4.5 minutes,
Yeah.
chef.
So
what's the key to frying? You have
the-
to make sure the oil is.
the oil is nice at 170 degrees Celsius. Do not make it over hot more than 180. You're going to burn the oil, and they're going to be very not poisonous, but not very harmful enzymes that comes out of a fried oil.
Really?
Yes. So that's how it looks like now. So again, you can see different shapes. We can do round, we can do cubes.
So you put it in this and
In the
then again.
semolina, yeah, and then you
twice.
rest it again inside the freezer, so that it retains its shape, and then you can deep fry it. So that
Another
it
15 minutes in the freezer?
yeah, another 15-20 minutes again, so that the yogurt is nice and becomes firm again.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how it looks like, nice and square.
Mm-hmm.
We heat the oil nice and 170 degrees Celsius.
How long does it take for the oil to get about 170 degrees?
If you're doing it on induction on a power of 7, like 4 to 5 minutes.
Okay. And is there a way to check if it's nice and?
For me, it's again I check it with my hand.
Yes. No, we don't want to try that.
No, just put the hand on the top and you can feel it. But again, you get professional thermometers in the market, which you
Okay.
can do it as well. So the kebabs are getting fried now. So as I said, this can be a nice junk food in tiffin boxes. If you have a nice kitty party at home, you can invite your guests and say you're frying yogurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegetarian kebab.
Vegetarian kebabs and that to yogurt. So this is going to be a mint chutney, and then
Okay.
have something very fascinating called as mango espuma. As yogurt,
Got
I
3
said,
minutes, chef.
as yogurt, I said, it's going to be a little bit sour.
Okay.
So there's something called mango. This is basically fresh mango.
This is what is this thing called?
This is called as. It's very fascinating. It just pumps in some nitrogen in your food just to make it more airy. So we just put it on the plate.
Serve it. You said this is mango.
Yeah, this is mango, fresh mango, some dried mango, and raw mango. So that once you are doing it, once you're eating the fried kebabs, which you can see nice and golden brown there, and so that it cuts down the sourness of your yogurt.
Okay, so that's 3 types of mango. Is that easy to
Yes.
find, those 3 types?
Yeah, it's very easy. Just walk down to any nice shop or supermarket, and you'll find it.
Oh, and I learned something yesterday. You put it on the plate so it stops it from rolling around,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
You
That's
see?
there's some important keys we shouldn't share it actually on the TV. Yeah, so that's how it looks like, nice and red. This is called as watermelon shikanjivi. It's basically watermelon juice, some lemon juice, and cumin powder.
Watermelon, lemon, and cumin.
Yes, it's again as when you eat kebabs, might be any Indian kebabs, Arabic kebabs, your palate becomes dry. You know, you want to have either water. You know, when you eat an appetizer, your palate becomes very, very dry. So you want to moisten your palate. So
So you take a sip of that, or do you
yeah,
dip it?
Yeah, no, you can take a sip of that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is this Indian as well?
This is again a very contemporary Indian. It's just nothing but watermelon juice.
But
and
with cumin
some
and
cumin and some lemon juice just to make it more
very
nicer.
interesting. I'm going to try that. That I'm
Again, it's a
definitely gonna
very it's like maybe a cooler during summer days. You know, if you're inviting your guests at home, might be a nice welcome drink rather than doing those boring fruit cocktails. You can do it with some orange juice, the same recipe, plus lemon juice, cumin powder, some salt, some sugar. You can just try it with any juice that you like, orange, watermelon, cantaloupe, green apple.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, we've got 1 minute.
So yeah, so that's again I said fried yogurt with mango chutney, which is like a mango espuma. A very modern way of presenting it, but again you can just try it at home. So you can see the different shapes in the plate, so it gives you a different look rather than the boring round color shapes that you normally find.
Definitely a very fun way to have labna.
And again, it's labna, there's nothing else. It's very healthy. Only thing is the deep fried. But again, you can bake this yogurt, this kebabs as well in the oven. In 200 degrees Celsius in a preheated oven for around 3 minutes, and you have a nice crispy semolina outside.
Interesting. So you don't have to brush anything on
nothing at all. Just put it in a regular tray. Just put it in a preheat oven for around 8 minutes, 5 minutes, and then it's done. So that's it. So it's some mint chutney, some watermelon shooter, fried yogurt to add upon. Again, a very nice healthy summer dish with the watermelon cooler. Just adds up on the dish.
Is this offered at the address?
We do offer it, but not during the iftar, but we do for some special functions. If you're booking a banquet events, then we also have it in some of the a la carte dishes in our in-room dining, dahi kebab.
Dahi kebab.
Fast moving,
That's a perfect version of your dahi kebab, right? Perfect. Thank you so much. It was so much fun. It was very relaxed today.
Yes,
Have you noticed?
very
no one was rushing for time.
Yes.
Thank you so much. It's great to have you.
Pleasure.
That's a wrap for tonight, but don't worry, we will be back tomorrow with a special report on henna, which designs are popular this Eid. You won't want to miss this. Have a wonderful iftar with your family and good night.